In August 2024, my fiance and I headed to Lake Clark Resort in the middle of Lake Clark National Park to spend 5 days with bears in remote corners of Alaska, only accessible by plane or boat. We are heading to Lake Clark. We just checked all of our bags in, said temporarily goodbye to the really expensive lens, and we're off. Can't wait to show you guys everything. It's gonna be really freaking cool. The flight took an hour from Anchorage to Port Ellsworth, slicing through gorgeous, jagged mountains with glaciers winding at every turn. As we ventured deeper into the range, Mount Iliamna towered above. We made it to Lake Clark and the farm. It was a beautiful flight, and we're staying in one of the cabins. We're doing a little tour. All right, this is the room, some bunk beds, the bathroom, and the shower. There's some closet space. Oh, Jamie just said that there's some mosquitoes. You gotta keep those bad boys out. And Jamie's up top there.
Jump up!
And a little microwave, fridge, a faucet. It's our first evening in Lake Clark and at the farm. And take a look at this. Oh my god, the sky has opened up. It's been cloudy all day. Oh, it's freaking perfect. After eating breakfast and starting our day at Lake Clark Resort, we packed up our gear, watched a few planes take off, and then it was our turn to head out into Katmai. We touched down in the Katmai wilderness. We came in on that plane. We have some other friends with us. We don't know them. There's Jamie. It's right over this hill. We saw flying in like a dozen bears. We ended up walking about a half a mile before settling down next to the river and waiting for the bears to arrive. And in no time we had bears literally coming within 10 feet of us. And we just hung out and enjoyed the view. With an incredible amount of salmon in the river, the bears paid no mind to us and just munched away as we watched and soaked up this truly incredible environment. In addition to the mother and her 3 cubs, watching these 2 bears wrestle was probably the highlight of the day. It was wild to watch this mama brown bear just pull that salmon out of the water and then tear it to shreds. Just a really cool thing to watch. This shows a great perspective of just how close we were to the bears and how they did not care. Katmai Preserve. One bear. Absolutely incredible. Love it. There's the bear. Right there. Just eating salmon. After 6 hours with the bears at crosswind, we had to head back to the resort. And in classic Alaska fashion, our plane was brought up to us. Back at the plane, what a crazy, amazing day. So many bears. About a 45-minute flight back. Then we lounge, eat some dinner, look at all the photos. Breakfast and dinners are served in the lodge, while lunches are handed out in a grab bag. The lodge is also the only place on site that has Wi-Fi, so if you want to come in, check your phone, or do whatever, this is the spot to do it. You were normally paired up with another couple, and it was a great time to meet other people. Day 2 in Lake Clark. As you can see, it is overcast and raining. Jamie and I are on the waters, canoeing on Lake Clark, in Lake Clark National Park. Our bear watching got canceled today, also due to this. We're like, well, might as well check out the lake, and it's raining a lot harder than we thought, but still pretty. After canoeing, we grabbed lunch and walked over to the Lake Clark Visitor Center before heading out on a 5-mile round-trip hike to Canoeing Falls. Alright, Jamie, what do we got for lunch today?
A croissant sandwich, and I ate all my chippies, and I have a milk here. What do you have?
I have a cookie, some chips, I think a little milk.
Carrots?
And some carrots and cucumbers. So, we got everything.
Well fed.
Thanks, Lake Clark. The next morning, the weather cleared up and we were heading to Brooks Falls in Katmai National Park. For years, this had been on my bucket list and I was so stoked to see it in person. Just hopped off our flight about 90 minutes from Lake Clark Resort to Brooks Camp. We're going to see some more bears, one of the most famous places in the world. Every visitor to Brooks Falls has to take a 10-minute bear safety class. It's mostly common sense, but for many, this is their first time ever being around bears. After class, we walked about a mile to Brooks Falls. This is prime bear territory, but at this time of the year, we didn't see any on the path. And yes, that was heavy to carry. Welcome to Brooks Falls in Katmai National Park. I spent much of the trip shooting my Sony 400mm lens, which offered great perspectives and very close-in shots of the bears. In mid-August, the salmon aren't as numerous at Brooks Falls, meaning far fewer bears as opposed to July. If you ever want to know how quiet a bear can be, this one popped out just below us and we didn't hear it until it was right in front of us. We were really curious if this bear was going to start some trouble, but all they did was just smelled each other and then went on their way. So we just got done seeing Brooks Falls. We did 2 turns at the top overlook. You have to rotate out after a half an hour, which allows more people to come to see it, but also like makes you move and to get out of there. So it's a little bit of a unique way because it's so popular, but it allows everyone to see it. After being up at Brooks Falls for close to 2 hours, we began heading back, grabbed some lunch, and began the flight out through Katmai National Park. We took the scenic route home through the Valley of 10,000 Smokes, which is home to the largest volcanic eruption in the 20th century. In 1912, the Nova Rupta volcano sent ash into the sky and blanketed the landscape for 60 hours. It turned this once lush landscape into a barren wasteland. But then we got back over the beautiful Alaska landscapes and began our way home to Lake Clark Resort. Final morning from Lake Clark. The skies are cleared. Boats are ready for the adventurers. Heading out to the Katmai coast or the Lake Clark coast, one of them, after breakfast, and then we fly out later this evening. When we hopped in the plane, I didn't know exactly where we were going. I just knew that we were hoping to see some bears. With near bluebird conditions, our pilot gave us the ultimate show along the Katmai coast. We saw numerous glaciers, volcanoes, towering peaks, and unbelievable braided rivers. While we didn't get to see the bears at the first stop, we did later on in the day, which proved to be phenomenal and a just truly incredible experience in the Alaskan wilderness. We landed on the Katmai coast, just soaking in these stunning views. We saw one bear, so we're not really going to go after it today, but hope to see some other places and sights, and hopefully some more bears. But look at these. This is absolutely fantastic. After being on the ground for about a half an hour, we took back off and went to find more epic views and the bears. We spotted some bears below and began our descent onto the beach. All we had to do was walk about 20 yards until we saw our first bear. It was frolicking in the water, playing with some fish, and we gave it some space to let it get accustomed to our presence in the area. We did end up getting closer for a better view, and just being able to watch it act naturally around us was simply incredible. The power, the grace, it was amazing. We even saw it catch a fish while we were there, and it yanked its tail right off. So after taking off from more south on the Katmai coast, landed on this beautiful beach, and we've seen 4 bears, 2 close ones, and then a couple more farther off. Just really cool to almost be the only people here. There's 2 other campers up on the beach, but otherwise it's just us, nature, bears, this gobsmackingly beautiful area. I mean, look at this. Freaking wild. We unfortunately had to leave because the rising tide would have trapped us there if we had spent much longer watching the bears. The flight out was beautiful. We saw some epic sceneries and some dramatic landscapes, and truly, truly loved getting to see this hidden gem of the Katmai coast. So today's the end. We are heading out of Lake Clark Resort after 5 days in what you can easily just call it paradise. Saw so many bears, probably over 25, maybe close to 30. Checked off at Katmai National Park, Lake Clark National Park, saw Brooks Falls, flew around the Katmai coast, which was absolutely incredible. Just had the best time. I mean, Alaska, this is my 3rd trip here. It just continues to amaze me and blow my mind, and just people should really just get up here because it is truly, truly a wonderful place. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check out Lake Clark Resort. Come stay here. You'll have a great time, and take care.